But also, it came back to that integrity thing that you said, and that is the thing I always hear from Christian conservative evangelicals who refuse support for Trump in the 2016 election and in the 2020 election, apparently, is that they're very concerned about their integrity. Or actually, the term that I always hear isn't integrity, but their witness, and that was the term that Galley used.
That's the one Galley used, right?
And that's the one I often hear from people I very much respect and love, and I follow on just about everything else. And I'm like, I'm not going with you here. And the reason I'm not going there is actually for a moral reason. And I think, and I say this softly, I just can't think of another word to use. It's almost selfish. It's almost selfish because I vote on principles that I think, and for policies and for people that I think are going to do this isn't the wholeness of my moral philosophy, but I vote based on what I think is going to be good for everybody and what's going to be good for my neighbor, and not just for what's going to give me peace of mind. You know what I mean? And so it really bothers me. It really bothers me when people say that, because it's like, well, you're just focusing on yourself. I am willing to vote for somebody like Donald Trump, who I agree has moral failures, at least in the past and possibly in the present, that's up for debate. I'm willing to vote for somebody like that for the sake of the pro-life movement to end abortion, or for the sake of these other moral things that we do. I'm willing to take that heat because I think the good is going to be much better. And that's really painting myself in a good picture, I know, but that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, and by the way, as far as where Donald Trump is now, I urge you to. There's a circle of Christians that he's invited to gather around him and pray. They had a meeting in Miami a couple weeks ago. I urge you to look up what they are saying about those meetings, and not necessarily what other people are saying about them on those meetings. And what you will find is that they are there on his invitation to speak the truth as they understand it to him, and that he is listening. Just check it out in the media, but listen to what they're saying, and don't go in there just assuming that they're being self-serving, because these are Christian leaders. And also with respect to what Mark Galley said about our Christian witness, I don't agree with that one bit, and here's why. What he did there was he threw a whole lot of Christians under the bus, and basically invited the rest of the world to look at us and go, there's a bunch of Christian idiots out there. They're really just morally idiots, or they're political idiots, and so on, and that's supposed to help our witness.
Right.
That's disunifying. Jesus said they'll know we're Christians by our love for one another. What I wish people would do is to say, okay, we've all got Christian principles here. We weight them differently. I can't vote for Trump in my integrity because I weight that really highly, for the person who says that. But I firmly support the fact that other people care about things like life and religious freedom and the health of our economy without diving into socialism. It's let's support one another in our witness. Let's not throw each other under the bus that way.
I would.
And besides, and he was wrong anyway too when he said the facts are unambiguous. Trump did wrong, and he needs to be removed by impeachment.
Yeah, he didn't provide any evidence for it.
It's just wrong. It's not unambiguous. Okay, that's too easy. But keep going.